gas to crash price hike. Sports Brazilian football star Dani Alves backed 4 years for sexual assault. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. As part of efforts to ease the current economic hardship on Lagosians, interventions in different sectors, including the civil service, public transportation, health, education, food sector, among others. Speaking during a live media chat tagged Sanwo-Olu Speaks, Governor Sanwo-Olu directed a flexible work hours for civil servants, which will see officers on grade levels 1 to 14 come to work 3 times a week, while those on levels 15 to 17 will miss work once a week, and promised prompt payment of pensioners' entitlements. Governor Sanwo-Olu, who also reintroduced 25% reduction in all public transportation, including the bus rapid transit BRT, rail and ferries, pledged to increase transport support for teachers in public schools across the state, and exempt parents from showing evidence of tax payments to encourage enrollment of more students in schools. The governor also said his administration targets to distribute combo food bags to over 300,000 households, while in the health sector, the 31 general hospitals across the state have been directed to take child deliveries for free, just as the 6 health districts will embark on free health mission twice a week.
We're going to be opening what we call Sunday markets in about 42 markets in Lagos. Sunday market. What you will see in those markets, is the same sort of stable, food item. But this time, you'll be buying at a reduced cost. We're going to cap what you can buy at not more than 25,000, and we'll be giving you a 25% rebate immediately there.
Governor Sanwo-Olu, who said his administration is not unmindful of all the challenges being faced by citizens, noted that government will not tolerate contraventions if it's environmental. Our correspondent Adiola Akindele quotes Governor Sanwo-Olu as suing for continued peace in the state, irrespective of ethnicity, tribe or religion, while reiterating his administration's commitment to the integrated urban transportation system and development of all sectors in the state. Lagos State Government has urged personnel of the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASMA, to take their job seriously, stressing that effective traffic management system is the key to economic growth globally. Special Advisor to the Governor on Transportation, Shalagiwa, gave this charge during an ongoing retraining workshop for another batch of 250 LASMA senior officers on incident management at the Police Training School, Ikeja. Giwa said the workshop was in line with traffic management and transportation as one of the cardinal programs of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, as captured in the administration's Themes Plus developmental agenda. He stressed that the government has mapped new retraining modules to aid effective execution of duties, as well as enlighten officers of the agency on innovative ways to optimize their operations in order to meet up with international standards and best practices in traffic management. Earlier in his welcome address, the acting general manager of LASMA, Olalekan Bakari-Oki, thanked the Lagos State government for providing the opportunity to both junior and senior officers of the agency. The Nigeria Police is set to lift the ban on tinted glass permits for vehicles. A statement signed by the force public Relations Officer Olumuyiwa Adejobi said ICT analysts and enforcement officers nationwide will undergo a comprehensive training scheduled for the 29th of February as a prequel to the reopening of tinted glass permits issuance. The statement also noted that the training will equip ICT analysts and enforcement officers with skills to regulate tinted glass permit registration, address public complaints and enforce compliance. It noted that the proposed tinted glass permit will incorporate distinctive features, such as a QR code linked to a central database for real-time verification, unique serial numbers correlated with vehicle and owner details, as well as a digital hologram ensuring authenticity and integrity, aimed at enhancing enforcement efficiency and security. It will be recalled that the police had banned tinted glass in June 2022 as part of a proactive move to bolster national security and tackle criminal activities linked to the misuse of tinted glasses. And now to the rest of the stories. The federal government has banned the exportation of liquefied petroleum gas, popularly called cooking gas, in a bid to increase its volume domestically to warrant a crash in price. It stated that LPG producers in the country and key stakeholders in the industry have been told to stop exporting the commodity out of Nigeria following the recent jump in the cost of cooking gas. Speaking on the sidelines of the Internal Stakeholders Workshop in Abuja, Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Gas, Ekperipe Ekpo, said the government is interacting with some international oil companies to crash cooking gas prices. The national president of the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, Emmanuel Osodeke, has warned members against making the union's struggle look like a fight for their salaries and welfare, only at the expense of better public universities. Osodeke said unions in the past made members' salaries and welfare the only focal point of their struggles, when they should have fought diligently for the survival, continuity, and efficiency of public institutions and systems. Osodeke stated this while making remarks during a university-wide seminar with the theme, The Demands of Scholarship in the 21st Century, at the Olabisi Onabanjo University, Agoiwe, Ogun State. He said the former approach made the unions lose their jobs and welfare at the end of the day when those institutions collapsed. Former Lagos State Commissioner for Education, Folashade Adefisayo, has emphasized the critical role of career guidance for students. Adefisayo, in her keynote address at the launch of a book entitled Career Paths and Opportunities for Engineering, Science and Management Students, underscored the necessity of providing clear directions and addressing career paths for students at various educational levels. She expressed optimism about the book's potential to offer valuable insights and guidance to students navigating their educational and career journeys.
The book also provides a direction for students in tertiary institutions because it shows them what they are doing and how they go out in the world. You know, there are people who reckon that many of the jobs that are going to be available in, say, 2030 and above have not even been invented now. Now managed. And that's where this book is also important because it doesn't just talk about the career, it also talks about the skills that you need to maneuver. Because the jobs of the future will need flexibility, open-minded, deep knowledge about something.
Author of the book, Sheriff Lamidi, while emphasizing the advantages of the book, highlighted its potential to positively impact students' educational and career journeys in making informed decisions about their future paths. He said 100 copies of the books will be distributed freely to various schools in Lagos State.
Basically, my inspiration for writing this book came as a result of a mentoring of students. I mentor them. During that interactions, I know the challenges they do have in their educational pursuit. Some, they have made wrong choice of career from the onset, and they have big challenges to move on in their education and some other problems. So I spotted it and I felt, I need to address this problem with my experiences and knowledge to help a whole lot of students, both secondary students and undergraduate students, to make an informed decision before choosing a career.
The event marks a significant milestone in efforts to equip students with the necessary resources to make informed decisions about their future endeavors to fulfill their career paths in alignment with their interests and aspirations. And now to foreign news. Kenya has exempted passport holders from South Africa and 6 other countries from paying an unpopular entry fee introduced last month. This is after the government scrapped visa requirements for all foreign passport holders last month. The move was seen as an attempt to promote Kenya as a tourist destination. The exemption has extended to passport holders from 5 other African states, Ethiopia. And now sports. Brazilian footballer Dani Alves has been found guilty and sentenced to 4.5 years in court in Spain's Catalonia region. Also ordered Alves, who had maintained throughout that the sex was consensual, to pay 150,000 euros, which is equivalent to $163,000 to the victim. Alves had been accused of luring the woman to a toilet in a VIP section of the nightclub and had argued that she could have left if she wanted to, but the court found that she did not consent. Alves had been held in pre-trial detention since January 2023, and during the course of this month's trial, he changed his testimony on a number of occasions. Just before we go, ensure the registration mark on your vehicle is clear and visible at all times. You can follow us on like all our various social media platforms on X, formerly Twitter, Lagos Traffic 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration trained 280 unemployed youths for global certification on solar farm construction technology for the supply of electricity in Nigeria? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government's website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. As part of efforts to ease the current economic hardship on Lagosians, Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has announced various interventions in different sectors, including the civil service, public transportation, health, education, food sector, among others. The federal government has banned the exportation of liquefied petroleum gas, popularly called cooking gas, in a bid to increase its volume domestically to warrant a crash in price. We also told you that Kenya has exempted passport holders from South Africa and 6 other countries from paying an unpopular entry fee introduced last month. In addition to South Africa, the exemption has been extended to passport holders from 5 other African states: Ethiopia, Eritrea, Congo-Brazzaville, Comoros, and Mozambique. And in sports, Brazilian footballer Dani Alves has been found guilty and sentenced to 4.5 years in prison for sexually assaulting a woman in a Barcelona nightclub in 2022. For contact with the newsroom, please send a message to Lagos Traffic at lagostate.gov.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Abdiwali Oluwokoroku. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good evening.